Hello, welcome to a new video. Sorry about the echo. It's amazingly bare in here. So I'm standing in the kitchen. We are in the process of getting everything done in here in time for Christmas. I can't remember what I showed you last week now, but yeah, we've had the ceiling plastered, all the walls plastered all the way around, and now we just need to wait for it to dry out before I can decorate and paint and get on with that. Sorry, I've only got phone footage this morning. This is the state of the kitchen at the start of day 2. Dustier than I anticipated. But the main thing that they did yesterday was the ceiling. I don't know if you remember just how bad it was. We had holes all the way along there. Up here we had lots of holes, and they've just patched it up and it looks lovely. I'm very, very happy with that. It's nice to see the sunrise. Nice to see the sun at all. It's so nice to get it done. I'm so annoyed, as per usual, with myself, leaving things to the last minute. It's so, I can't believe we haven't got the Christmas tree up and the Christmas decorations done. So I'm filming this on the 7th of December. We are a whole week in December and not a sign of a decoration. Because of course everything from here is in the living room. We also needed to leave space in the living room because we're having the bathroom done. We'll go and have a look at that in a minute. But at least last weekend, Jude and I went to a Christmas fair, which was very nice. So today is quite a big day for me. It is the opening of the exhibition where my art is gonna be in. It's gonna be in an exhibition up on the wall. And okay, it's not some big posh gallery, but it's a very cool place. And I'm just over the moon that hopefully this is a start of my art career. I don't know if you can tell what the weather is like, but it is the horriblest, windy, rainy, cold day in the world, which is a shame because I had to go out this morning to take the art to the gallery last minute because I had a bit of a disaster with frames. Oh my gosh, what a stressful time this is. So my first ever foray into being a professional artist, and oh my gosh, the stress of getting frames is unreal. I'm gonna have to find some boards that I like that are a standard A2 size, because this has been an absolute nightmare. So I bought some frames off Amazon. They said they were next day delivery, and then I saw that they were being delivered by Every, and my heart sank, and rightly so. Honestly, I don't know why so many companies use Every as standard. I really do not. No matter how much cheaper it is, I would never send anything by Every, ever. So I was meant to deliver the paintings on Monday. It is now Wednesday evening. I actually saw the guy running the exhibition at the craft fair in our village on Sunday. So I got chatting to him, and he said, oh well, if they don't come Monday, then you could bring them in on Wednesday. So Monday I'm following the tracking. It says it's out for delivery, and then it doesn't come. Tuesday, it says it's still at the people send. It hasn't even been dispatched yet. Today it was out for delivery. Again, luckily I got an email from the organiser who said that tomorrow morning, Thursday morning, the day of the exhibition, is okay. And the frames have just arrived. So yesterday I was in a bit of a panic because I thought they had to be in this morning. We ordered 2 from Argos, really expensive because they had real glass in them, which is ridiculous. We don't even need the glass. And they were too big. I knew they were too big, but we were trying to work out ways to display it with glue strips or something. So I'm just got my fingers crossed that these frames actually fit. Oh my god, the stress. Sort of have a look at it. It looks promising. Oh my goodness. I tell you what, the reason why I wasn't sure whether this would fit or not was because I looked at the listing again and it has the size in inches, and I compared the size in centimetres to the size in inches, and they're not the same. It's like 3/4 of an inch out. So I thought, oh god, even after all this, if they do come, they still might not fit. I think these are going to be alright. And they're going to look so much better than what we had planned. I was going to have to glue, you know, sometimes when you buy a frame, they come with a piece of paper, you know, so it can look like this. So I was going to glue it down to the backing board and then use sort of glue strips to glue the painting onto there. And I'm just sort of a bit stressed out, not just from the frames thing, but because all the builders are here. Chris has been in Bristol today, so I've had Merlin in here with me all day long. He's been really good, bless him, because of course the builders are here. Stress of that as well, I find that stressful. Okay, moment of truth. Yes, it's gonna fit. Oh my goodness, it fits. Thank goodness for that. Right, I need to write in pencil on the back of the painting. Oh, they look so much nicer framed. Why does the painting just look so much nicer with a frame around it? It just does. When did I paint this? Was it October? And I can't sit down to do this because I've got the cat litter tray down here, because of course the cats are in with me as well, because they've all had the windows and doors wide open. August. It was actually August. Sign it with my actual signature rather than my stage signature. And I varnished with Winsor & Newton. So thank goodness those frames arrived last night, because no matter what we tried, it just didn't look that good. The backup plan was, yeah. Okay, let me show you the kitchen. They were done in a day and a half. I mean, admittedly they did work a long day, that first day, but in day one, they got all the holes filled in the ceiling, replaced the plasterboard that had fallen down or where the gaps were, and then plastered the whole thing. Also the first day they covered the walls in some sort of sticky stuff to make the plaster stick. And then yesterday they came and they just did the whole flipping lot. Done. They were done by, they went off at 1 o'clock for their lunch. They were done. Then they came back at 3 and they just covered up the beam that we've got in the middle and did a bit of clearing up. I'll be honest with you, I'd hoped for a bit more of a clear up. You know, things like wet cloths. They haven't done any dusting or mopping or anything like that. And the dust in here is horrible. So yeah, I feel so awkward having people in, having tradespeople in. It's just, I'm not assertive enough, and then I get cross with myself for not being assertive enough. I'm meant to be, you know, I just wanted to be, it makes me feel inadequate, which is horrible. I'm sure other people would have said, you're going to mop, you're going to dust everywhere. I don't know what's expected. If you've had plasterers in, tell me, what sort of condition did they leave the room in? I mean, they've swept, they have swept, but it's bits like there's plaster on my cooker where they didn't have enough dust sheets. And they haven't cleaned that up. They've left a drinks bottle over there. They've left their dirty mugs on the windowsill. Anyway, moaning aside, I absolutely love what they've done with the walls. They've done lovely curved edges. We asked if they could do curved edges, and we've had plasterers before. Who else? I'm sure we've had somebody in before for something. Or maybe we didn't go ahead with it in the end. But I know I've said to people before, we want nice curved edges, the curvier the better. And it's like, it goes against all their principles. They just want to put the metal corners in and have sharp corners. And I'm like, no, we want soft, curvy corners. This guy got it. He knew what we wanted. He's done a nice sort of rustic finish. So I'm very, very happy with that. I mean, I couldn't fault the work, I really couldn't. So I am very pleased. Worth having a good job done, even if it means I have to clean up after them, whatever. Also, the best thing they've done is popped these beams, had them sort of set against the wall so they actually look original, like they're holding up the ceiling. You know, if I'm being finicky, there is a bit of a tiny gap at the top, which I'm really gutted about. I'm hoping I can find some wood that I can sort of fill that in so it does have the effect of holding up the ceiling. But they've done that so nicely. So that beam actually used to be just propped up behind the fridge over there. And this beam used to be where the other one is now. But it's quite cool having it there because we can hang stuff off these old nails. Oh, they've taken the googly eyes off. We had googly eyes on these two, on those two nails. But yeah, the way they've cut that in, because we had this odd bit here with, they've put some sort of board up and then we had no board here, and down at the bottom there was like a gap, and down and up at the top it was just smooth. So really odd, really difficult to get it to work, but they put the beam in between. Very happy with that. So this is the view from this side of the kitchen at the moment. Sorry, I'm balancing you on paint cans. I can't get you straight now. Sorry, I'll just sort of go like this a little. And then Chris dropped a bombshell yesterday and said, well, look, we've done all this to make the kitchen nice. Why don't we get some new furniture? Why don't we get some new cupboards and things? So I've been spending some of my time looking online to see what we can find. And I think tomorrow I might be going to the reclamation yard, none of which I have time for. It's like I hadn't prepared for that. I hadn't got ready for that. He's right, there are things about that furniture which we did, the cupboards that were sort of hanging around the room here and there, we got really cheaply from eBay, or was it Facebook? No, Facebook Marketplace. I don't think existed back then. But of course, the really nice stuff you want, it's not always in budget. So we're going to see what we find. And I also don't have time. I think I said I don't have time for anything. Anyway, I'll stop rambling on. I think it's because I'm nervous about the exhibition this evening. Probably for the other artists, they're really blasé about it, but it's quite a big deal for me and I'm really excited. So yeah, I'm going to allow it. I'm going to let myself be excited. Okay, and here's the new bathroom. Ooh, and that's the bath. Oh my god. Oh, I do like the floor. I wasn't sure, I'll be honest. It wasn't what I actually wanted, but I do like it. Ooh, this is exciting. So I think all that's going in tomorrow and I think it's going to be done in a couple of days.